Talofa everyone and welcome to today's webinar. As I mentioned, we'll be getting started right now and we have just a few things to mention. If you have any questions, please go ahead and send them into the chat box in the corner on the right there, your little GoToWebinar control panel. And at the end of the webinar, we'll be having a question and answer session. So as we get going, you'll see here we're going to be talking about romance today. So Samoa really is the quintessential Polynesia. It's the perfect romantic escape. And today we welcome a really great partner, Taumeasina Island Resort, and our guest speaker is Cecilia Frost-Nassau. So they're a perfect pairing to the presentation today. It's a beautiful new property with a lot to offer. So I know a lot of you will know a lot of this already, but I'm going to give a little bit of background about Samoa first, just to make sure we all are on the same page. And Samoa is at the heart of the South Pacific, as you see here. It's about 5 hours from Honolulu, about 4 from Auckland, 2.5 hours from Fiji, and only 25 minutes from American Samoa. So it's a fantastic dual destination when paired with Hawaii, New Zealand, or Fiji. And you'll see the airlines that fly to Samoa include Virgin Samoa out of Australia, Air New Zealand out of New Zealand, and Fiji Airways, which flies out of Fiji and also out of Honolulu. Oh, and there's Samoa. These are the islands of Samoa. There are actually 10 islands, 2 large ones, as you see here, and only 5 of the islands are inhabited. We've got the big island of Savaii and the smaller one of Upolu. With you see on Upolu, our international airport is called Faleolo International Airport. And the capital of Samoa is actually on Upolu. It's called Apia. And Apia is located on the coast, kind of above the P in Upolu. So to get between the 2 islands, it's about an hour ferry crossing, and we recommend that you book business class ferries for your clients. To give you an idea of the size of the islands, so getting from the airport to Lalumanu Beach, which is on the southeast tip of Upolu, it takes about an hour and a half by car. So really, it's not really that large, but still has huge, dense, lush vegetation and lots of land to explore. Currency and visas. You do need a visa to get to Samoa, but it's free and it's issued on arrival, so it's very easy. You will need to bring your passport with you with 6 months validity. And the currency in Samoa is the Samoan tala, and it's about $1 to 2.5 Samoan talas. So for this presentation, we are going to talk about romance, and I'm going to ask you all to join me on a couples retreat. So let's follow a couple of couples to see how they make the most of their romantic Samoan getaway. So of course, like many South Pacific islands, Samoa has beautiful white sand beaches and crystal clear blue water, and it has lots of activities that couples can engage in. Kayaks and gear for other non-motorized water sports like snorkeling will be provided by most deluxe properties. And it's really a great way to get out on the water and explore the beautiful landscape. Snorkeling and diving are also popular activities. A number of snorkel points will be all over the islands, so it's really easy to access. There's also 2 main dive operators in Samoa, one on each island, or each large island. And a lot of times you can actually do diving straight from the shore, which is fantastic. And if you need more information on those, please let me know and I'll be able to give you information on the dive operators. But when clients are really ready to take it slow, we have plenty for that too. Samoa is a really great destination for getting away from it all and really reconnecting. And when it comes to basking on secluded white sand beaches, Samoa really stands out. So this is Lalumanu Beach that I mentioned before. It's actually the most popular beach in Samoa with its iconic leaning palm. It's one of the most beautiful and pristine beaches in the South Pacific. And this is Lalumanu on a crowded day. So it kind of gives you an idea that Samoa is really uncrowded. Your clients really will have the run of the beach and they get that exclusive, intimate experience that they're looking for. And no matter how your clients choose to enjoy Samoa, whether active or relaxed or both, wherever they're staying, they'll have lots of opportunities to explore Samoa's rich culture, known as Fa'a Samoa, most likely through interacting with the locals, but of course they also have cultural nights and other cultural engagements. This is a Fiafia night, and Fiafia nights usually involve dancing, fire knife dancing, as you see here, which originated in Samoa, which is really spectacular. And most properties will have a fia night at least once a week, so make sure that you check to see when that night is so that your clients don't miss it when they're down. And if they don't have that, you can also visit the cultural village in Apia, where they have lots of other cultural demonstrations, tapa cloth making, information on dance and tattooing, really interesting things. This, for example, in Savai'i, you can participate in a traditional style Samoan banquet. Lots of really fresh fruits and fresh seafood. Beautiful. So now moving on to some of Samoa's can't miss sites. This is Tosua Ocean Trench. It's really a unique place for couples to experience together, and it's well worth a visit. It's not far from Lalumanu Beach, but you can enter the trench from diving from the platform or just gently lowering yourself in. And the trench actually rises and falls with the current. It's about 90 feet in total. When it's high, you can jump from the ladder into the trench, but when the water is low, people actually swim out underneath the lava fields to open ocean. Also in Savai'i, there are some really cool blowholes that showcase the power of the ocean on that side of the island. And really, that's what Samoa is about, experiencing the raw beauty of nature with someone you love. There are lots of options for exploring the interior also. Everything's very nature-based. There are fantastic hiking trails and waterfalls. For the adventurous couple, they can go biking or simply just enjoy a canopy walk together. For clients that want to head out of the main islands, this island, the large one you see here, is called Manono Island. And really, I'd like to mention this one because it's a unique cultural experience. There's nothing on that island that's not indigenous to Samoa. So no cars, no cats, no street lights, nothing like that. So clients really will have a cultural experience when they visit. They can perhaps see a local chief and a local family in their natural setting of how they live. And then they might head after that to one of the smaller islands that are uninhabited around and have a picnic afternoon on an island all to themselves. It's really, really unique having this private island to yourself. It's a memorable experience really for any couple. And another element that would be really fantastic to see in Samoa, it's not quite romantic, but it's still a fun activity for couples to do together, is to visit Villa Vailima, which is the home of Robert Louis Stevenson. And he spent a lot of time in Samoa, and he really loved the country. It's a fun activity to do because you get to learn about the history of how he interacted with the people and how the culture really hasn't changed much over so many years. And many of you will know that Robert Louis Stevenson wrote books such as Kidnapped, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and Treasure Island. So it's really a fun way to just take another activity during the afternoon. And now we're going to talk a little bit about accommodation, just to let you know that there's a range of different types of accommodation. But what we really want to focus on today is Taumeasina Island Resort. And so I've got with us today Cecilia Frost-Nassau of Taumeasina, and she is the sales and marketing manager. I'm sorry, my slide's not moving. There we go. So Cecilia, welcome, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for having me again today. So beautiful Taumeasina Island Resort, we opened on the 1st of July last year, 2016. And this is an image of the bar area that overlooks the ocean and the main resort central area. Behind those glass doors is our reception desk, and then we have our manu bar just on the right here. So how can you get to Samoa from the United States? You have a few different options. You can go via Australia, New Zealand, or Fiji with Fiji Airways, and then there's a daily flight from Fiji or New Zealand and Australia. You would have a weekly flight. So it's very accessible from any of those three main ports. We also, so this is a map of Apia, where we have Taumeasina at the edge of Apia around here, which is only 5 minutes to the main city or Apia, and about 45 minutes from the airport, which is down here. So we have our own transfers that will be able to take you to and from the airport, but if they're coming through Pango or American Samoa, we're only 5 minutes away from the airport, which is called Taumeasina Airport. Okay, so about us. So we're the only island resort in Samoa with 14 acres and 105 rooms. We're a 4.4 star rating resort. Our main target is visiting friends and relatives. A lot of Samoans that are in Australia, New Zealand, and the States who come back and visit their family and friends during the year. So that's one of the markets. We also target the young couples who want something different and new for their honeymoon or just a getaway. So Samoa is something that they would want to come and experience. We have the families, and we also have the generational market, or the couples market or family market, where they would come in and spend a few time and doing other things around the island. We're accessed via a causeway, which is 90 meters. So it's like your little private island, but you get to go and do things around. So it's very central also. So you're close to the main city, and you are only literally 30 minutes, 35 minutes the furthest away, or 40 minutes to Sword Trench and other natural sites. So yeah, we have 24-hour room service, and we also have 24-hour reception that is open. So we have two main different types of accommodation. We have the normal hotel rooms, which is our ocean view or deluxe category. We also have the waterfront villas, which is either 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom villas. And then we have our ocean view hotel room, a king size bed, or you have a choice of 2 double beds for friends traveling together, or those who would prefer 2 double beds in the room, or you can sleep up to a maximum of 2 adults and 2 children in the twin shared room. It's fully air conditioned. You have your own private balcony or patio. We also have free Wi-Fi service, which is 1 GB Wi-Fi per day. And for the Ocean View Hotel King rooms, it's a maximum of 2 adults only. Okay, we have our double rooms. So these are the double-bedded configured rooms with a great view of the ocean. Okay, so we move on to our deluxe ocean view. So the only difference between our deluxe ocean view and the ocean view hotel rooms are just the views. So you're basically just paying a little bit extra to get a better view. With the ocean views, you're basically looking over the riverside with a side corner of the ocean view and up here, but with a deluxe ocean view, you're just looking straight out into the beautiful ocean. We have, so that's a similar image of what we have in our deluxe ocean view, similar to what we have in the ocean view double. We have our 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom villas. So this is our 2-bedroom villa. You have a laundry area where you have the dryer and a washing machine. You have great access to a beach right in front of the villas, and you have kitchenette with a full fridge. So this is great for larger family or friends traveling together and would like more space. And you have your own kitchenette where you can make your own meals or invite other family and friends around to come and sit at your balcony or patio. Our 3-bedroom villa, the only difference is that you just have an extra bedroom, which is ensuite, a beautiful lounge area, and you can entertain other family and friends. Maximum here is 7 adults or 2 adults and 5 little ones under 12. So it's a great little accommodation for families or friends that's traveling together. Dining experience, so we have the Lapita's restaurant, which is our buffet restaurant. Buffet is open for breakfast and dinner, and during the day we have the Cascades or a la carte menu through here, and basically there's no buffet, but there's a la carte, so you get to eat a burger or a sandwich during the day or pizza. Sina's restaurant is our fine dining restaurant with lots of seafood choices and steak. So those are basically our main dishes that we have in there. We have the outdoor dining, which is Lapita's restaurant, or the Cascade, sorry, poolside. And this is very popular in the day. You get a lot of people just order something and go into the water and come back and sit again around the pool. And we have a sunset bar, which is very popular. On the left-hand side, you can see it's also used as a venue for private functions. We have our happy hour specials from Monday through to Friday with 10 salad, cocktail, drinks, which is very popular from 5 to 7 p.m. each evening. And we also have an international and local beer and cocktail alcohol that is served at these two bars. We have our Fofo spa and sauna, great massages. We also do have a gym in here that also is great for our fitness fanatics. Our massages, traditional, and there's also facial treatments with Balbo. We use local. We also use local products that is made in the market, which give that extra local style to the massages and beautiful smell of the oils. Okay, island activities. We have tennis court that we have on site. We do beach volleyball. We also have a beautiful playground for little ones. There's lots of free water activities, which is snorkeling, kayaking, catamarans, and our staff is always on hand to be able to help with any of those. We have our fire dances through the Fia each Saturday. Fia is the traditional or the local entertainment, or where we also start off in the beginning of the evening, where we have food that is made through the earthen oven, and then we finish that with the entertainment of the local group doing dancing, and then we finish off with the fire dances. Weddings, we do have great weddings venue. As you can see, this is our sunset venue. We can do a small intimate tour, or we can go as large as 550 guests. There's a few different choices on the beach, in the garden, or in the sunset venue. And then we can do romantic balcony dinners. And then we have a wedding coordinator that would look after weddings. All our weddings recognized worldwide. We do organize the marriage certificate with apostolic seal, so all our couples will take that back or get it sent to them, and then that is recognized worldwide. Okay, so this is one of my favorite rooms with a beautiful view just from the balcony. The balconies are pretty big, so they're big enough to host a dinner out there or do a couple's balcony dinner. And this is one of the ones that we did. Very romantic. The sun sets right out here by the water's edge, and you just sit at your balcony and you watch the sunset. Imagine waking up to this beautiful view during every morning. And some people don't even go out to the poolside to tan. They just sit here and they read a book, and it's nice and quiet, and you have that beautiful view. We also do beautiful romantic dinners. On Valentine's night, we had a few romantic dinners where we also had 2 engagements. So beautiful setting out here, and we tailor make menus. We tailor make engagement surprise activities. We get the serenaders to sing. beautiful songs, love songs, and everyone gets the ooh and the ah and the oh. Everyone basically wants to fall in love again because of the beautiful settings that our staff does. Yeah, and then we also do, for those of you that may have interest, weddings and events. So this is a few setups, the setup that we've done for a larger wedding, but we also use the ballroom for our receptions. And this is our transfer, 24-hour transfer pickup from the airport. You can do private, and we also have group transfers available. Yeah, so we do have great incentives. So if you would like to do bookings, we can work on an incentive for you to get you over to come and stay here in Samoa. Or we could do for you any bookings that you've done, a special note, a special fruit basket or fruit platter upon arrival saying it's from you. Or if you wanted to organize a sparkling wine or a house white or red wine, we can also organize that for your clients if you make your bookings with us. So you have details at the bottom of the screen, and you can contact myself, Nathan, or Lucy at any time. We'll be able to help you out if you have questions of Samoa, be it a romantic getaway or just a little runaway or getaway from the busy hustle and bustle of America. Or you can connect with Hawaii. Your clients can connect with Hawaii from a few nights here, then to Fiji, back up that way to LA, so they're not doing a double route. So there's a few different options, and our staff and management are very flexible. They're very helpful, and if there's any questions or anything at all, don't hesitate to contact us, or you have Jennifer back there that will be able to assist you with anything. In terms of bookings, you can contact us directly or your local wholesaler partners. Yeah, and thank you very much for listening, and we hope to be hearing from any of you soon. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Cecilia. That really, I mean, there's so many different activities. I think that's one of the unique things about the resort that I found was really interesting, that there's so much to do just in and around the resort, different activities that you guys can provide to clients. I think that's really great. So right now we're going to move on to questions. So if you do have a question, I saw a few pop up, but if you have any, please feel free to put them in the sidebar right there, and we'll get to them right now. So hold on just a sec. Let me open that up. Okay. So the first question that I see, someone's asking about, you said you have a Fia night. Can you explain a little bit more about that? I think you mentioned the date, day of the week, but can you talk about that a little bit more, please?
Okay, so Fia night is basically the cultural night that we have here at Taumeasina and almost in every other resort or restaurant in Samoa. Fia is basically talking about the culture, how we portray the culture or the traditions to our house guests. We start off with cooking the meal with in what is called the umu, or a earthen oven, which is similar to, if anyone's familiar to the hangi from New Zealand or lovo in Fiji, but we cook ours above the ground and we cover that with coconut leaves and banana leaves. So it's basically cooked over hot stones, and that is the traditional food for the evening. And then we have our cultural entertainment, which is about 45 minutes, and then you get about 10 to 15 minutes of fire dancing. Fire dancing originally started from Samoa, where we have a lot of the cultures now everywhere that is taking part of that and doing their own little fire dances, a bit different from what the Samoans does.
Great. We have another question here, and it's asking about, you mentioned if they were booking with you, that you would work out some special type of incentive or something with the agent. Can you just talk about what that might look like? Is it a percentage? Is it commission? Is it like a special added value for clients?
Okay, so what we were thinking of was, so if you do book a number of room nights, either through a wholesaler or direct, we would check through our system with all the bookings that you send through, and you can come to the resort either for 5 nights, or you can stay with us for 3 nights, and we will organize you to visit the other island, which is Hawaii, and go and visit our more resort for 2 nights, so that you get a experience of both the 2 islands, and to get to see more of the culture of what the Samoans have to offer. So it's basically an incentive to book more rooms, nights, and then we can give you an accommodation or holiday to come to Samoa and experience that for yourself with someone that you want to bring with you.
That's fantastic. And if anyone does take advantage of that, please get in touch with us at the Samoa Tourism Authority. If you're heading down, we'd love to talk to you about how we can help your trip as well. Okay, and our last question here is about families. So some people do kind of celebration vacations, they call it, where they'll go down for an anniversary or something, where parents might bring children or grandparents might bring their extended family for a celebration. What are the type of facilities that you have for that, or how do you handle kind of groups like that?
Okay, so our rooms, mentioned earlier, we do have the hotel rooms, which is either Ocean View hotel room or deluxe Ocean View hotel rooms. So accommodation, you could do 2 rooms which has an adjoining door. So if you're traveling with families, mom and dad can have a king bedded room, and the little ones can share the 2 double bedded rooms with a door, a common door in between the 2 rooms, which is not an interconnecting, but we do have a door just connects to the other 2 rooms through the main entrance of the hotel block. Then you have an option of the 2-bedroom villas, which has all the facilities of a full kitchen. Also, you have a laundry area where you have the dryer and the washing machine. Or we have the 3-bedroom villas, which has so you have 3 king beds in each of the room. You have a separate ensuite. So those are the 3 different options that you can choose for families traveling together. And if there is more people traveling, that we could always making a request to have them close by or in one of the blocks, that they don't have to be too far apart. For our little ones under 12, we do have activities for them with our activities team. We do have a playground, also with great slides and little other playing stuff for the little ones. We also have, for all our rooms, each night that you book and stay, you have 1 GB Wi-Fi per device, or per email address, and that is 1 GB per day. So you have sufficient Wi-Fi connection during your stay. Full buffet breakfast is included. So for little ones under 12, sharing with mom and dad, that is included, or with grandma and grandpa. And we can do tailor-made activities for the family if need be, and we can also organize a trip to like the Robert Louis Stevenson or other areas in Apia where you can take the whole family. We can do a family dinner out by the beach or by the sunset venue if we had to, depending on the size of the group or the family that's traveling. You will find that our team is very flexible. We do have a chef that who is able to work with anyone with regards to allergies that anyone in the family or who's traveling may have. And we also work well with working with menus and rates for any functions that we have here at the resort.
That's fantastic. And I think that's all the questions that we have for this presentation. So Cecilia, again, thank you so much. It was great to learn about the property, and I really hope everyone takes advantage of your offer. If they book with you, they get an opportunity to come down and visit. I think that's fantastic. So again, here's our contact information. Please get in touch with us. And for Cecilia's personal email, it's the same, the ending, but it's just sm@taumeasina.com. Again, thank you everyone very much for joining us. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.